Which are the swing states? That's what we'll be talking about today in the video. You know, the impression seems to have taken hold that in the last analysis there were 4 or 5 or 6 states that controlled this election. Ohio, Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, New Mexico are usually the most, Iowa are the most, Colorado the most frequently cited. And the assumption is if you live in any of the other states, don't even bother voting, because your state is definitely going to either go for Obama or go for Romney, and you don't have any choice in the matter. That is totally and completely wrong. The fact of the matter is that if it were to be a close election, 1 or 2 or 3 points either way, then those would indeed be the swing states. But I don't believe this is going to be a close election. I believe Romney is going to win by a lot. And we've discussed why in previous videos. And in that case, the swing states are a very different list. Ohio and Florida and North Carolina and Virginia will all have been gone to Romney long before we approach Election Day. And the issue will be swing states, and those might include Pennsylvania, definitely. I think we're going to win Pennsylvania. Minnesota, where we won the governorship and won 2 houses of the legislature and came within half a point of winning the governorship. New Jersey might be in play. A bunch of states, Washington State, a bunch of states that are not on anybody's radar screen could be the ones that are in play. So you say, well, what difference does it make if we win by a landslide or we win by a little, as long as we win? It makes a vast difference, because the psychological impact of this victory is going to be very, very important. It has to be a massive repudiation of Obama, not a close election that eases him out of office after 5 nights of counting. It has to be overwhelming. Because remember, we're not going to have 60 votes in the Senate. We probably will have in the mid-50s, I believe. I think it's certain that we'll get control. But as close as we get to 60, and as big as the margin against Obama is, the bigger the margin, the closer we get to 60, the easier it's going to be to repeal Obamacare and all of Obama's horrible initiatives that have set this country back. But we won't be able to do it by fiat, because we're probably not going to get 60 votes. And therefore, it is terribly important that we carry these outlying states, both so that we can knock off their Democratic senators and so that we can pile up a massive victory against Obama. And then, if something goes wrong in Ohio or in Florida, we'll have Michigan to fall back on, or Wisconsin to fall back on, or Pennsylvania. So a narrow focus on just these swing states is really, really counterproductive. We've got to expand that focus. And tactically, it makes sense to do this too. If you listen to the video that we put out on Tuesday, it looks like Obama is not going to have as much money as Romney will. And since he'll be diverting a lot of his money to field operations, he'll have even less than we will for advertising. So we don't want to let him just focus on 5 or 6 states. We want to challenge him in 8 or 9 or 10 or 15 states. Make him spend his money in Pennsylvania and New Jersey and Minnesota, because he can't let us have the exclusive monopoly on advertising in those states. Stretch him out. Make him spend his money all over the place rather than in just a few states. Key part of the strategy. So please, don't buy into this thing of there's 1 or 2 or 3 key states and nothing else matters. That's wrong. It's not right as far as the election goes. It's not right as far as changing America goes. And it's counterproductive in terms of winning the Senate. Thanks a lot for watching.